Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I can't hear you at all. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I can't hear you at all. I got you. All right. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, it's because
We not. Yeah, we not in the game. At least they didn't take that part away.
Yeah, no, they did last time.
Yeah. So you just gotta be careful in the background talk. You hear me? Like when grandma, grandpa, and them come in there, just mute the mic. Silence, just mute the mic, bro.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Oh shit, you still talking? Hold on. They might have given your shit back. Hold on. Let's see. Talk, nigga, talk. Oh no, they didn't. Nope. They didn't give it. Damn it. You can hear me though.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Use this time for some target practice. The real thing's coming soon. All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Mark a drop point for your squad and hit the field. Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad soldier.
Oh, it's just us two.
Gas is closing on your position. Just take that.
I marked it, bro. I see you below me.
Targets are up. Don't take them down. squad mates are in the safe zone. They're losing ground. Moving. Friendly loadout drops on the way. Precision airstrike ready for tasking.
There's an enemy somewhere over here. You keep saying enemy nearby.
Care package ready for delivery. Precision airstrike standing by. The enemy squad hunting you is down. You're clear for now. Smoke screen bombardment ready. Enemy dropping into the AO. Precision airstrike available.
UAV above.
Enemy soldier incoming. Hostile, smoke screen, bombardment incoming. Stand by for contact.
Me thought out, but
Yeah, it's all done.
alright. I'm gonna cut it up.
I need eyes over there.
Do you want me to cook it or you want me to just show you how to do it?
You just told me how to do it.
Alright, let me
Alright. Oh, so.
Yeah, just let me know when you're ready. It's holes in the thing, so.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna hurry up then. Get it done after this.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
This nigga missed. Watch your back, nigga. Climb up and come get me, nigga. Hurry up. That's my nigga. There's a nigga below us.
Move to the safe zone. You've got gas moving in.
Reloading mag.
My bad, bro. I should have been sitting up there. Dog Joe ass real quick. That's already moving, boy.
Back at it.
Oh, you grabbed one.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Inserting armor.
into the area. Watch the skies. The squad mate won the fight. They're redeploying now. It's down to you, soldier. Bring the win home. Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone. Gulag closed until further notice. Enemies dropping into the AO. Loadout drop heading your way. 10 remaining. Keep pushing. Gas is closing in. Enemy soldier incoming. Only 10 left. Under fire. We lost that one, but we'll get a W next time.
Shit sucks. Sucks. That shit tripping. That shit crazy. I waited too long to get out that house.
What up?
Earl said I waited too long to get out that house. I was like, fuck, the buy was right there. I know, but the buy was hot. I already knew I couldn't go over there. I needed to go get another PA. But hey, I gotta hop off and cut this meat up for my wife and start doing this food real quick.
Alright, for sure.
I'm gonna be on. I'm on because I'm streaming, but I'm not gonna be on the game. You feel me?
Yeah, just let me know.
All right.
I'll be right here. Chill.
All right.
What's up, Pablo?
Blueberry.
Right, how are we doing, folks? This is the video which I
Let me sit down.
do a couple of times. Finally getting around to it. Sensible out of here. As many of you know,
Come on.
firsthand,
Will you fucking cast or something? Got two of them over here now.
Go.
Now I'm no different to this, except the only
Damn,
drawback
I'm gonna break the chair.
I have
Too much weight from the cat.
back to the UK, which means that I'm
You weigh as much as I do, I bet you.
I think I might weigh more.
Whereas some of you
Yeah, I might
may
weigh more.
like a pipe, just not look,
I can't open it.
go on the website or
Just
avoid
the new
it.
jars are
Sure,
fucking
I don't
stupid.
have that option. I'm surrounded by pipes all the time, and sometimes I wonder why I don't get much money to my savings account and I empty out when I'm supposed to be using to buy a house. This probably explains.
Well, I put it down an eighth of an inch.
Hello?
Yeah, keep tapping that shit down a little bit. Well, don't do it too much because you're gonna
Right,
smack all the shit to the bottom and it fucks it up.
Like magic. I want to call this.
Oh, that's cool as shit. That's a big ass pipe.
Because they are increasingly becoming very much an important part of my life. And I by a number of my but also
Mama, bring you some wax knife.
show them off, talk about a little bit about tobacco.
No money till Friday. You don't got no money till Friday.
I suppose, and what you get from it. And I know that a few people have been in touch and said, Richard, you've inspired to
They do it around all kinds of money. They do it around. And they there and they got all kinds of money.
Which is
Right there.
I was given this.
He moved in with his boy, Sean,
I think if I was
over in Rochester area.
You moved in with some guy over there?
His buddy, yeah, Sean.
In fact, I get a number of pipes. I'm going to show you some of those from these.
Guy going to have, what, 20 acres of land?
Now all he has is a really nice car. And I don't know. I don't even know if it's a really nice car at that.
The Beamer.
The Mercedes. AMG 7 Series. I think it's a 6 Series. I don't think it's a 7 Series. No, it's a 7 Series because it's a coupe. The 2 doors, twin turbo. It was like 700 horse or something like that. Hey!
Look at good boy. What's up, Cormac? Right here, man.
Yeah, except my cats are fucking it up.
Yeah.
When you come to you take a shit, whatever. You stick to your own ranks. Why'd you fight that toad? Challenge me first. You go around kicking it off with every buster that calls you. Not looking for trouble. No. I'm not taking any shit. The question is, what are you gonna do when you're out here slumming over the rest of them? Because the safety must come to a price. There are no free rides here. Everyone's
Make it bigger.
No, it's just short.
That woman bullshit works out for you, money man. No, I am. Yes. They sent Redwood to death row after what happened. What'd you take it over there for?
It's just a little 5-minute short. Look at this thing. It's a revolver, right?
Holy shit. That's what I started getting an air flight next. But it got 20 round clip.
Holy fuck.
We got to get some shells for it. Load that thing up and take it out and shoot it. There you go.
Lamborghini yacht.
That's for millions of dollars right there.
Custom 101. Conor McGregor's yacht.
Once you finish watching something,
I got
roughnecking. Why'd you throw that shit around there? Yeah. Line it up. And take it out. Now they go down. Lock it up again. That's another one back on. You know what they took it up for?
Huh?
What they pulled that up for?
They're adding more. He's adding more to it.
Yeah. We're putting them back on now. Letting it back down. When they get down to where it's at, then you stop doing that. You know, for the drilling part. I was on a rig one time. It's kind
These two right here. These two right here got it down.
You guys are crazy there.
$200 an hour.
Yeah.
You know how precise their job is? If one thread goes off, that whole fucking drill. The guy with the chain, the most important guy there. Look at him though, he's clean with that shit.
They're gonna lock that up there. Oh. Oh, I like that chap right there. That's good. Wouldn't that be nice?
Papaya cookies. Oh, what a landing. These are some blunt rolling motherfuckers right here. This is cool.
You got the inserts in them already? I may put another insert in there.
There's some in the box.
Huh?
There's some in the box.
What is that? Yeah.
Okay, back to the house again for a glimpse into the early American home. I'm talking about the early American stove.
My grandma had one like that.
That's cool.
Hey, stuff what my grandma cooked on.
That's cool.
Wood.
Raised 11 kids on that motherfucker.
Look at the size of the fucking fire.
Wood fired or coal fired cook stove is designed to use very little fuel, but accomplish a certain task. And of course, that task is cooking. So let's dive into that.
Probably that's it. Just cross strike of a match and it's off to the race.
Gary, I mean, where you at? Hey, come here. Tom, come here.
Now, if it starts smoking too much on the top until that gets warmed up. Because the chimney is not warm enough. So the smoke is coming out the top of the stove until that gets warmed up. So I can close this.
My bellow is a little big for the job, but because the fireplace is burning behind me and drawing so much air out of it, it actually starts to pull air down any place it can get. It's a little more difficult to get running, but we will be able to get it.
We're going to need to dig still while.
She had to go get her kid.
Did you run home?
Huh?
If she's not coming back, you're going home then.
Yeah.
Not gonna worry about it this one.
She would have taken, they would get a tuna and soup, you know?
That's what she wanted me to. I tried.
Good dog. What's he finding out? Well, my grandma, man, she'd fire that thing up. And we'll wake up and walk into a room up the size of that room in there, you know. Kitchen in there. And a big fucking table with fucking chairs all around the number. I was little, so I'm saying it probably had 15, 16 chairs around it.
Okay.
But I might be off a little bit, you know. Like I come in a big house around a baby and looking out in the crib. When I went seeing it's only about 10 foot wide.
Yeah.
If I
2-story.
remove this, and now you can see how the fire is coming from the firebox, going right over and right up the flue. Now I did install a damper on this so that I can control the amount of draft in the chimney. If you watch as I slow this back, you'll notice the fire is starting to go slower, and slower, and slower, and slower, and slower, until it dies down to a slow. So, what's happening? We're burning the wood. We're making gases. The gases are being ignited all the way across. So if I switch this, put that someplace where it's out of the way. If I switch this now, because the chimney's plenty hot enough, if I switch this, you'll notice the distance, the direction of that smoke changes. Now the instead of being drawn from the firebox inside the flue, it's being drawn across the top. And now it's a lot slower because it's coming across the slot top. And it's being sucked down this wall, right beside the oven, and then across the bottom, and then back up. It takes a lot more energy. And it releases the heat. That heat is being released into the surface a lot better now than it is traveling across the top and down the side. Now, I do not have
You can see the flame going that way.
reaching this point yet. I pretty much have
like a boiler, you know.
On my glasses, I can see it through a crack right here. But I have a hole here I can peek into too, and there's no flames there yet. I should be able to reset flames by giving it a little bit more air on the top. Next time.
Making that Nordic we had, that motherfucker was so fucking hot.
If I give that a little bit more air, give it a little bit more oxygen across the top, you'll start to see those flames extend a little bit further and go down through there. I'm actually starting to see the flame now through here. So let's do this. Let's try to slide that glass off of there and move one of these to there so that you can see the fire as it comes across while I'm getting ready to slice up some potatoes, get my breakfast cooked. So let's open up the flue. Now watch, as I open the flue, you'll see the futuristic chair at the middle right.
Carmen, come on. You are having oh God.
Hi guys, tonight we open our eyes in a place that feels both familiar.
What do you...
Hi guys, tonight we open our eyes in a place that feels both familiar and unsettling at the same time. We are lying still somewhere in America in the year 1880. The room around you is dim because the sun has not risen, but because light itself is something irrational. Dawn seeps in slowly.
No matter your knowledge of the Wild West or experiences traveling around the western frontier, exploring ghost towns and abandoned settlements, one thing is for certain. When someone mentions the word saloon, you can close your eyes and picture exactly what they mean. Saloons play such an important role in our understanding of life in the Old West, as they were truly the intersection of so many famous figures, lifestyles, legacies, and overall exciting events of the time period. While the ideas and imagery of saloons have been reinforced by romantic notions of the Wild West era and Hollywood films exaggerating their grandeur, they are
Do you ever feel like you might be smoking one pipe too often? To help ensure you don't burn out your pipes, it is important to rotate them. A good rule of thumb is that for every bowl of tobacco you smoke in a given pipe in a day, you should let the pipe rest for that many days. If you smoke 3 bowls in a particular pipe in one day, then let it sit for 3 days. Make sure the next bowl you pack are in different pipes. When resting the pipe, store it upright in a rack. You should run a pipe in between the stem and shank before storing it. Some people even prefer to leave the pipe.
I got a different one. I think I'm gonna make my my school campus my trademark. Also, ignore my nails. This does not belong to me. You're freaked out by them, so I'm like a witch. But I also feel like I kind of have my act together now. I got my Zippo all fueled up and ready to go. I got my lovely little corn cob that I'm used to, that I love, that everyone was so right about just getting one and being able to chuck it in your bag and just go. But I hope you're having a good day. I'm getting some really lovely comments on that video, Stranger Story. And I was just kind of thinking back, I'm like, what would my pipe smoking be like without the YTPC? Because obviously I would be doing it without making videos, but it's just adding a lot of fun because I don't feel them and I'm getting a lot of instruction and help and support. So even like when I'm saying do that to strangers, if you're making a difference like that, you guys are doing that to me. I like comment. So anyway, I have corn and beetle. I believe is how you say it. Apricots and cream. Somebody recommended it, guys. When I follow your recommendations. I got no idea about flavors and stuff. Oh my goodness, there's a little munchkin of a dog running my way. It's the size of a large squirrel. I don't love this actually. I'm getting a lot of cream part. Maybe not so much apricot, but it's sweet, super mild, really nice. I will definitely enjoy smoking the rest of it, but I feel like this is a nice, like, actually kind of thick smoke too. I don't know if I'm going crazy, but it's so moody out. But I also feel like I kind of have my act together now. I got my zip. I got no idea about flavors and stuff. Oh my goodness, there's a little munchkin of a dog running my way. It's the size of a large squirrel. Okay. I don't love this actually.
What up?
I'm getting a lot of cream part. Maybe not so much apricot, but it's sweet, super mild.
bad for you, because there seemed to be a change in the narrative. In the old days, in the 50s, you were never alone with a strand, and people would smoke that and the other. And it was encouraged, and of course the government was taking amount of taxes on the back of people smoking, which they still do. But then about, I suppose, 20 to 30 years ago, there was this change to say, oh no, smoking is bad, and you ought to give it up. Now, if you watch my other channel, which might have ideas which are a little bit more, let's say, conspiratorial for the sake of argument, theories, looks like, and I've read some books on this, one book particular called Smoke Screens by Richard White, shows that many of the tests and trials to prove that smoking was as unhealthy as they said and led to lung cancer were very biased, and that actually it wasn't quite as bad as they made out. Now, I'm not saying for a moment that smoking is a healthy occupation. Clearly, just breathing in nature's air is a lot healthier and not contaminating yourself with anything. But that said, is it as dangerous or anywhere near as dangerous as they make out? And are there benefits? And I believe that there are benefits. We live in a very toxic environment as it is, with the air being filled with all sorts of poisons from big industry, from aeroplanes and so on. The water, of course, has got fluoride and things in it, which may or may not, for the sake of balance, be of any use. And of course, the electrical magnetic frequencies from our mobile phones, from the masts outside, from the microwaves that we use, from all sorts of radio waves. We live in this toxic environment, and people are getting ill. But anyway, I don't want to get into all of that in this video. So this video is really about, for me, why have I returned to the pipe, and what benefits is it, and why do I smoke it? So one of the things I have done recently is, I started smoking different pipes, and we'll come on to some of those in this. But I remembered that I had these pipes that I used to smoke, and I know I didn't throw them away, and I have them somewhere in my house. Now, I've been in my house for nearly 35 years. And over that time, things have been moved around, put into boxes, taken out of boxes, put into other boxes, shoved here, shoved there, put into storage, up, down, all over the place. And I did go hunting the other day to see if I could find the pipes, because I have a very lovely ignition pipe I was desperate to find, as well as the others, and some pipe stands, which would be quite useful if I could still find them. Anyway, I couldn't find all of the pipes that I had, apart from one. Here it is. Now this pipe is called a Carey Magic Inch, and it was designed, I think, around 30 odd years ago. It's an American idea, and the pipe has vents, air vents in the stem, and inside a little filter, and then you get the briar bowl and so on, the shank and then the shaft, I suppose. Anyway, I thought that's interesting. It was all dusty. I hadn't smoked it for 30 years. So I cleaned it up and I smoked it for the first time the other day after 30 years. And I thought I'd give it another smoke today. But you can buy the filters. I found that actually the vents put in too much air into it and you're not getting a good draw. So I've actually covered those with a bit of tape at the moment. It's not the best solution. So I get a better draw. We'll have a look at that. I've got all sorts of different pipes, bent pipe, like this. This, for the sake of argument, is called a hard castle, and it's a very nice pipe. I've got this little pouch here which I bought, and inside the pouch, you unzip it. It's my carry pipe. I could take that with me in my van when we go to places. And I don't know if you can see in there, I've got a couple of pipes, a little pipe, which is very nice, and a slightly straighter pipe. I tend to prefer the straighter pipe. This one is very much like Jacques Tati, who smoked a pipe in his
Monsieur Hulot films. I think that's what originally made me feel I wanted to buy a straight pipe. And then there's a pouch here that you put your tobacco in, and then other compartments, your tamper and things like that. We'll get onto that. I bought, well, actually, Julia bought me this very beautiful little leather box gift when we were out somewhere, handmade, and in there I keep a lighter. This is a Zippo lighter and a tamper. Got any fuel in it? Yeah. So that's quite handy. And a tamper is the thing that you dampen down the tobacco as you're smoking it, so that you keep it compact well. And I have a very beautiful pipe that Julie bought me. She's very generous. In this lovely little case, and this is a meerschaum. Look at this. This is a beautiful pipe. The meerschaum pipe. This is meerschaum, which I think they call sea foam. It's like chalk. It's actually crustaceans that have been pressed, mostly found in Turkey. And then this is an acrylic stem, slightly bent. And it's a beautiful pipe. It's beautiful smoke. The advantage of meerschaum is that it's absorbent material like chalk. And so any of the sort of, as you smoke, any of the wetness from the tobacco, which may often gather at the bottom and occasionally come up the stem a bit, is absorbed by the meerschaum stone, and in time it discolours. It goes into a sort of yellowy, reddy brown, depending on how often you smoke it, a bit like this stem. And so the one I was looking for, which was a meerschaum, which was straight pipe, but it was already yellow, but I had made it a bit yellower by the smoking that I'd done. It was very lovely, and I know it's somewhere in the house, and I will find it. Anyway, I won't smoke that now. That's a beautiful one, and it gives you a nice cool smoke. And as I say, there's that one and that. So I want to smoke this one in today's show, despite the fact that it's got a bit of tape around the old vent. I want to say something about tobacco as well. When you buy tobacco, you can buy it loose and you can buy it in tins, obviously. In the UK, and I don't think this is the case in America, or it may be much smaller, blasted all over the blooming tins are these messages from the government to give up smoking and the damage and all this sort of nonsense. And it's all over the back, on the sides, everywhere. They really don't want you to smoke. Now, I have my theories on why they don't want you to smoke, and it may have a connection with something that was people were persuaded to inject into them. But I'm not going to go into that on this channel because I don't want to, don't want to lose viewers. But the nicotine from the tobacco that people used to say was addictive and harmful. Well, that's not true at all, because on the one hand, it's been proven now that nicotine isn't addictive. It's the stuff they put in the tobacco that makes it addictive. And nicotine is in things like bell peppers, potatoes, celery, in vegetables. And we have nicotine receptors in our body. So it's not the great evil that everybody said. And people have been smoking across the whole world for many, many years. And many smokers, of course, have lived to a ripe old age. So what I wanted to say is I cover up those subliminal messages. I don't want my subconscious mind to keep reading that and thinking it's an instruction so that I will get ill. So I take that off. So I'm going to light up my pipe. It comes in tins. So I'm smoking, I should tell you, I suppose, Peterson's of Dublin, I think they are. Yes, of Dublin. They're an old firm that have been going for a long time and make their own pipes. Early morning pipe. And this is what they call an English blend. You get aromatic blends, and then you get sort of more natural blends, which are a little bit stronger. And this is called an English blend. And on YouTube, you'll find videos on how to stack a pipe, or pack a pipe, I should say. And people have different methods. Some people bang it down, some people use their little finger. It's funny how YouTube will have millions of videos on just pipe smoking. It is quite absurd, really. But
I think it's great to see people smoking a pipe. The tobacco is of much more superior quality than cigarette tobacco. You're not smoking the paper, which can be infused with other things, which are probably not good for you. It's better tobacco, and you get a bigger choice of what you want to smoke. And there's also organic tobacco out. Now, I'm probably telling some people how to suck eggs. And the aroma from pipe tobacco is so different to cigarettes. And I love it. I have a wood burning stove. I mean, I'm a fan of smoke, I suppose. Anyway, I packed my pipe, and I'm going to give it a whirl. So as to why, let's get to the why then. So on the one hand, it can protect me from certain, well, this is where it gets into the sort of conspiracy stuff about the injection that people may or may not have had and the spreading that might come in. It does protect you from that on the one hand, because the nicotine interrupts in that. I can't say too much more because the channels get demonetized. Well, it's demonetized, it's not even monetized. But does that, but more than that, it's a great, it's like sipping quality brandies or whiskies and things. You're sipping a tobacco, you don't take it down, obviously. By the way, I've got matches, I've got that Zippo lighter, which is a petrol lighter, and thanks to a gentleman called George, who sent me this lighter, which I'm getting on with. This is an official, this is actually by as well. It's an official pipe lighter. And as you can see, the flame comes out the side. Like that, so it's much easier to light. And because the risk of using a conventional lighter is as you lean it on there, it can burn the rim. And you can see on the top of the pipe where it's been burnt more one side, because you're lighting it like this, and the flame is going across instead of going down. So pipe smoking is something that you're supposed to do slowly. I mean, you could puff and puff great clouds of smoke, but what will happen is you'll get probably burnt back of the throat, or tongue bite as they call it. Pipe smoking is it's a soothing thing. It's contemplative. Everyone says this. It slows you down. You get into a contemplative mood. You can think about things. I like it when I'm either reading or when I'm just sitting alone quietly. I'm not one really that plods about the house, as you see, as they call the old codgers, with their pipes almost permanently glued to the mouth. I'm not one of those. I find it great for thinking time. I think to myself, I'll sit down and have a pipe. Now, it's not addictive, because I can go days without having a pipe, not even having the urge, not even thinking about it. And other days, like, think, oh, I might have like a piece of chocolate or something. I thought, actually, I quite fancy a piece of chocolate. And so I fancy sitting down and having a cogitate, pondering on something, pondering on a problem. Sherlock Holmes used to have his problems to solve, and he would say, oh yes, this is a 2-bowl solution, and he would sit there and smoke 2 bowls. Now, smoking a pipe can last, well, any time really, because you don't have to smoke the whole thing in one go. You can just have a few minutes and puffing and put it down and come back to it. Or you could just sit down and make it last half an hour, depending on. The pipe, if you're talking a lot, if you're not drawing on it, it will go out. But that's almost kind of part of its merit, really. You don't necessarily need it to be smouldering away on the tobacco that you haven't smoked, especially if you're in mid-conversation. But I just take it in quite lightly. There's the great guffaw of smoke at the beginning. I take it in quite lightly. I only hold it in my mouth, so you can still do my nose breathing. and I'll think, I'll ponder, I'll ruminate, I'll cogitate. You know, it's a form of meditation for me, and I just find it very, very rewarding, and it's a very pleasant thing. It's very hard to explain to somebody. It's not the same thing as cigarette smoking, and I think that's one thing that people need to actually get into their mind. That cigarette smoking is a completely different issue altogether, and all pipe smokers say that. They say that there's something more immediate, and for me, I don't know, sort of can't think of the words really. There is something, this might sound stupid, I know, exotic in a way of smoking pipe. There's something more intellectual, terrible, you might say. There's a connection. There's the coolness of the smoke that you can watch. It's almost a spiritual partaking. I know people will just laugh at that and push back. I get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and I don't expect it to be. But we live in a world that is so busy and so full, and we don't have enough time to think. And people find it very difficult to just sit and do nothing. And it's the step really to doing it. You've got the paraphernalia of all the bits and pieces that you have to stoke it up and get it going. And then you enter into this very passive phase. You're keeping the pipe going enough. You're enjoying its taste and its nuances on the palate. And you're able to lose yourself into a moment of enjoyment, whether that's thinking about something remotely or being in the moment of actually just smoking, which is a lovely thing. So that's really why I smoke pipe. I can't really explain any more. Obviously, there's lots of pipes to choose from, lots of different tobaccos to select to smoke. It's a shame that the government tax the health course makes it quite expensive, but I think there are far worse pastimes that you can get involved with. And actually, these pipes, this one, as I say, I haven't smoked it for 30 years, they are old friends. And there's something about the nature of this briar wood or the meerschaum, which are more physical things that have been around for a bit to get where they are. The tobacco, which is a plant, and I don't know, the culmination of all of that. It's not an instant world. It's a calming, it's a slow world. And that's what I like. Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe it's ridiculous. But that's why I smoke a pipe. Hello, welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me in another of my pipe smoking videos. A relaxing time to have a natter with my lovely viewers. Cheers. Cup of coffee going on here. And actually quite hot.
Be back.